Yes, the Archivest, y'all, interviewing.
This is Click from the STYLUS group, from CLK Creative Works, out here in VANCITY, Vancouver, East Hastings. What you know about that?
Tell me about yourself.
About myself? What do you want to know?
Who are you?
It's basically an organization that basically puts together an award show and different events like this. It starts with a DJ conference, and yeah, that's a little bit about myself. I mean, my history. I've been in the music business for almost 20 years, from being an artist to dancer to working in a record store to promoting bands to. I've done almost everything there is in the business. I was more of just a straight A&R, period.
That's what I mean, though. Just listening.
I wasn't out there listening to strictly hip hop, trying to sound hip hop acts. I was just trying to find a great band, trying to find great artists where I just like the music and I like the songs, I like what they're about, and I like what they're trying to bring to the table. I find it very challenging trying to take on hip hop acts because they just trying to find a hip hop act that fits in the mold of like what commerciability is for the Canadian landscape is a very challenge. It's a challenge, not that I wasn't up for a challenge, just that it takes a team to make things come to fruition. So you're out there also trying to get a team involved to try to bring acts that you bring to the table on. And I had a great time working with acts like Julie Black, and I brought a lot of different acts to the table there while I was there as well, and some acts that went on to sign with other labels because the acts that I brought people didn't get at the time.
What is one of the most important things as coming up as an A&R, like not saying you are an A&R, but just the music in general? What is the most catchiest thing you can give advice to the artists that are coming up and want to be exposed?
Perfect their craft, right, and gain as much knowledge as possible. Just perfect your craft and gain as much knowledge as possible. And while you do that, really pay attention to what is being done before, because people look for new shit. They're looking for what's the new hot shit, what's different, and like for me, I'm looking for that needle in a haystack, you know what I mean? And that's a hard thing to find, but it shines through in people's personalities, it shines through in people's vocals, it shines through in many different variables, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's always that one thing that makes each artist stick apart from one another, especially the ones that are very successful. And then behind every successful person, there's successful people behind those people. So it's what it is.
So bringing up the people on the panel that you've done from Toronto to Montreal, tell us some of the names that you've brought in.
Well, this year we did Just Blaze here in Vancouver. It was a great turnout. I'm very happy with that. Had an opportunity, working with G-Man and Risk, who own the club here. It was a great partnership with them, and Just Blaze DJ last night. And tomorrow in Montreal, we have Clinton Sparks out there, and he's DJing and going to be doing a one-on-one interview with Don Smooth, who's a radio host out there. And then in Toronto, we'll have DJ Scratch and EPMD. And yeah, I mean, that's some of the people in terms of like what STYLUS is about and what it starts with the DJs doing. To me, it's just really about creating a great atmosphere where people can walk away motivated. People can walk away with a little bit, new network, have some new contacts in the back pocket, and hopefully they walk away and do something with it, and don't just come here and just,
Who came up with this idea for the panelists and to bring out people like Just Blaze to do an interview?
Well, that's something that I and the people I work with, part of the STYLUS group, that's just something that we just basically, came up with years ago. And that's what we need to do,
And you've also brought out Green Lantern as well. Who else from the past?
Green Lantern in the past, the DJ Drama, a couple cats,
What was one of the best panelists you guys have had so far in the history of the STYLUS world?
I don't know about that. I think all of them are. I'm not going to say who's the best, because to me they all bring something unique and different from one another.
I mean a memory like that you could remember from all the years.
Drama was dope.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot of personality when he talks. Just Blaze was pretty cool today. You could tell he was a little tired, but he was funny, He has personality too, I thought they were all great, man.
And anything else to come out for the future that you guys have anything planned for next year? Or
I mean, next year I would like to take it to more cities. I mean, we did Vancouver for the first time this year, Montreal for the first time. I would love to try to take it to, you know, a couple more cities across Canada, and just, you know, build a staple for building a stronger infrastructure. You know, and you know, that's pretty much it. It's special. You have to have the right team. You have to have all these things behind you. But that's really what it is.